But I asked these two young, gifted, and black students, Kevinisha and Quintaris, to stand with me because they headed to college. Q going to college this year, Kevinisha going to college next year. And I can say that because of Polly Williams. We were able to work, Pastor Moore, 10 years ago to create a school called CEO Leadership Academy. That school would not have been possible without Polly Williams. And so we changed to a charter school 3 years ago, Milwaukee Collegiate Academy. And these two beautiful young people go to our school. But I want everybody to be clear that a whole lot of these schools, not just here, but all over this country, would not be possible without Polly Williams. Their lives are better off because their families have options. And I know people have been talking about how Polly got disaffected about choice and all of that. Let's be clear. Polly Williams supported low-income, working-class parents having the ability to choose the best school for their children. And all of you hypocrites out there who got choice for your own children, but would deny it for the poorest children, Polly wasn't with y'all. And so, I'm just saying. Martin Luther King once said that the central quality in black people's lives is pain. And it's a pain that's so old and so deep that it shows in every moment of our existence. Black people, while laughing, are shedding invisible tears that no hand can wipe away. In a highly competitive world, black people know the cloud of persistent denial stands between us and the sun, between us and life and power, between us and whatever we need. Polly Williams not only felt that pain, she lived that pain. She was truly a person who represented her constituents. She felt the pain of the community that she represented and the pain beyond our people who voted for her. Polly wasn't just the representative of her constituents. She represented all of us because Polly understood the pain of our people, but she also saw the promise and the potential of our people. She was constantly trying to create ways for her people to have a chance for a better life. And all of you all in this church know that black people in Milwaukee are the calling us in on the radio people on the face of the earth. A whole bunch of talking and no action. Can't bust the break. A whole lot of criticizing from the comforts of your home, but you don't have the guts to get on the battlefield and try to make a difference. And while Polly Williams did her share of calling in on the radio and being on the radio, the difference is that Polly Williams acted. Polly Williams lived a consequential and purposeful life. And you know, when you have these services, people always talk about so-and-so did this and they really served a purpose, and most of the time people be lying. And everybody in the church's head go down. But your head can stay up today because Polly Williams lived a purposeful life, a consequential life. And that Polly's efforts meant so much to so many people. And people may talk about Polly because of the parental choice program, but as important as that was, for those of us who know Polly, she was so much more than just that. And she fought for jobs and better housing and health care. And she fought for her community in so many different ways. She wasn't just a legislator. Polly must have been in a zillion organizations in this community. She started some, ended some, but because she believed in our people. And people say, well, what words would you use to describe Polly? Give me single words. Fierce, courageous, unafraid, unbowed and unbossed, relentless, tenacious, outspoken, fearless, but loving and caring. But you know what best describes Polly? Again, I turn to the words of Dr. King. Now, I'm going to just tell y'all ahead of time, some of y'all going to have problems. But I ain't said Dr. King said it. I'm just repeating what he said. So y'all be mad at me. So I'm just saying. So I want y'all to hear this because it's certainly going to go against the narrative that certain people have chosen to use when discussing Polly's work, particularly when it comes to her support for parent choice. But if you truly want to know who Polly Williams was, then you're just going to have to bow up and deal with the truth, her truth, not your perception of her truth. Martin Luther King said the white establishment is skilled in flattering and cultivating emerging leaders. It presses his own image on them. And finally, from imitation of manners and dress and style of living, a deeper strain of corruption develops. This kind of Negro leader acquires the white man's contempt for the ordinary Negro. And ultimately, he changes from the representative of the Negro to the white man's representative to the Negro. Polly Williams never quit being a representative of black people. And all of y'all who say different, you don't know Polly Williams, and so you need to shut up. You need to shut up. I'm just saying, sit down and shut up. I learned a long time ago that there are people who are your colleagues and your associates. They may work with you, but they're not your friends. They might smile in your face, but they're not your friends. Polly Williams and I were friends. And y'all know we didn't always agree because Polly been on me. You know what I'm saying? I like call Polly one day, Polly, why are you on me so hard? You know how I got to do what I got to do. But I loved and I respected Polly because I knew her heart was in the same place as mine. We both love our people. And whatever differences we may have had, we never let it get in the way of our friendship. Y'all may not have realized that while we were disagreeing, we were checking on each other to make sure that we were okay. Crystal knows that. I know that. And I'm going to miss my friend. And I'm going to miss her warrior spirit. But here's what I want to say to her. Well done. Well done, my sister. Well done. And may God bless you and rest in peace.